It's lovely to be here with you all. I'm going to be talking today about the role of digital PR in 2024. I'm going to cover a number of things, including digital PR and EEAT, relevancy, as well as show you some of the different tactics. But first, a little bit about me. I'm the Digital PR Director at Digitaloft. We're a digital PR and SEO agency, and we have a team of over 70 skilled professionals across digital PR, content, and SEO. We have 3 offices across the UK and clients all over the world. As Rick mentioned, in my spare time, you'll find me in the Lake District, which is where I live, and I also run a successful Instagram page called Roaming the Lakes, where I post about my hiking routes and also secret wild swimming spots. But we've got lots to fit into today's session, and you're going to learn why you need digital PR for 2024 and what the real measures of success should look like, why digital PR is so much more than just links and its role in your wider organic growth strategy, and then proven digital PR tactics to include in your strategy for 2024. Now, digital PR has got a bad rep over the years, and this is because of many different reasons. Unfortunately, there are some SEO and digital PR agencies out there still buying links. This is a massive mistake. Buying links is against Google's guidelines, and they can penalize you if you're caught. Other reasons include there's agencies out there who set unachievable link KPIs, and they earn spammy links and low quality links in order to hit these KPIs. Not only that, but there has been a rise in black hat link building, and this has only been accelerated by AI. This is when people spread disinformation, launch irrelevant campaigns, and send these out to mass numbers of journalists. Well, spoiler alert, this isn't digital PR, and these people aren't doing digital PR right. But what do you think of when you hear digital PR? Hopefully none of those things that I just mentioned. A lot of people just view digital PR as link building. And yes, links remain a key driver of SEO success. And yes, digital PR can earn you better links than any other tactic. However, I'm a big believer that digital PR is so much more than just links, and it's time to stop ignoring the wider impact digital PR can have. If you are just reporting and looking at the number of links and the DR of links, then you are missing the wider impact of digital PR and its role in your wider organic growth strategy. Because yes, digital PR does earn links, but it earns high authority links and coverage on relevant publications, which in turn drives organic growth. Not only that, but digital PR builds media relationships, and it also builds brand awareness. It not only builds trust in search engines, but it also builds trust in consumers. It's amazing for demonstrating EEAT, which I'm going to go into more detail in a moment, and it can also increase referral traffic, sales, and also social engagement. One of the biggest opportunities for businesses and agencies is to get ahead and start reporting on the wider impact of digital PR now. Long gone are the days of just reporting and looking at the number of links. You need to go more granular. And a recent study by Muckrack revealed that marketing leaders are going to be increasing investment in content marketing, email, and SEO in 2024. And that same study also highlights the top 3 priorities. These are broaden reach and share of voice, build and maintain media relationships, and manage brand reputation. All of this can be achieved through digital PR, as you aren't just building links, but you are helping to build a brand. So if digital PR isn't part of your 2024 strategy, it definitely needs to be. Now, as I just mentioned, digital PR is great for demonstrating EEAT, and this is something that we need to be aware of in 2024, especially if we want to drive SEO success. So EEAT stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness, and it's part of Google's search quality rater guidelines. So Google recently added an extra E to this pillar, and this is experience. Digital PR is really great for demonstrating this, as you can build the reputation of your experts and your authors, as well as your brand. If the media are citing your experts, their opinions, their thoughts, linking back to your site and amplifying your brand, then these are signals that will not go unnoticed by Google. And alongside on-page EEAT signals, digital PR should be a more important part of any brand's organic strategy than ever before. Now, to understand EEAT, we need to break it down into different levels. And one of the most important for digital PR is author level. So author level is all about demonstrating the reputation and experiences of your authors and your experts, both on-site and off-site. So one way to do this on-site is by having in-depth author profile pages. So you can see on the screen here, this is an author page for Navin. He's a pharmacist at Now Patient, which is one of our clients at Digitaloft. This author page includes links to Navin's pharmaceutical license. It highlights his professional accomplishments, as well as has links to his latest blog posts. What this page does is it signals to Google that Navin is a qualified pharmacist. However, we take this one step further through our digital PR approach. So we regularly position Navin as an expert in the medical space through our reactive PR strategy, and we're consistently landing him coverage in relevant and high authority publications, sending signals to Google that he is an expert on this topic. So you can see some of the different topics we've newsjacked recently. Before Christmas, there was the bed bug outbreak. That was something that we jumped on. And we also comment on the potential side effects of weight loss drugs as well. This is something that has been in the news so much recently. Then we can also use digital PR to demonstrate brand level EEAT. And we do this by building and showcasing the reputation of your brand. And we do this through a big digital PR strategy that incorporates lots of different tactics from campaigns, reactive, thought leadership, and more. So Now Patient want to rank for weight loss queries. So a recent campaign we launched for them revealed the areas in the UK with the highest and lowest obesity rates. This campaign secured 28 high authority and relevant links. And this data-driven campaign is extremely relevant to the client. It's relevant to their keywords. It demonstrates EEAT, as all campaigns on Now Patient's site are medically reviewed by their pharmacist. It secured high authority links and positioned the client as an expert in their field. So if you're not using digital PR to build signals to help both users and also search engines trust your content, authors, and your brand, then you are missing out on a huge opportunity. Then on to the next topic. So our brand mentions the new backlinks. There's been lots of talk in the industry recently on this topic, and it is a very bold statement and probably a whole other talk, but I think it's definitely worth thinking about as we look at the role of digital PR in 2024. Because yes, brand mentions and even affiliate links and syndicated links may not hold the same value as a follow link, but why would you ignore coverage and links which can build your brand, demonstrate EEAT, increase referral traffic, and drive sales? In 2024, we need to remember the bigger picture. Let's look at these syndicated links for box spoilers as an example. This piece was syndicated across 164 regional publications, but we didn't fully discount this coverage just because it was syndicated. Because yes, the links won't have as much SEO impact as say 164 follow links, but these links have extensive reach across the UK. They get boxed in front of their target audience. The coverage resulted in links to Box Boiler page, one of their target pages, and the coverage positioned Box as experts on boilers, helping to build their brand. Then we have affiliate links. And yes, we know that affiliate links don't hold much SEO value, but why would we ignore links that can drive thousands of pounds in sales? So this is an example of an affiliate link we secured for Blacks during Black Friday. Black Friday is obviously a key time, and we know the majority of links will be affiliate, and there's nothing we can do about this. They are often applied site-wide. However, this doesn't mean we don't ramp up activity around this key sales period, as we don't ignore the wider impact. So this particular piece was on Kate Middleton's favourite walking boots. It secured 9 product page affiliate links. It created a conversation around a key product. It increased referral traffic, and it drove thousands of pounds in sales. And then finally, we have brand mentions. Would you want to ignore a brand mention on the BBC? The BBC is notoriously difficult to land coverage on, but this brand mention is amazing for brand awareness. Brand mentions help to build a brand. It demonstrates brand level EEAT, and it includes content which Black's target audience would be really interested in. When you start to think too narrow and only focus on follow links, you start to miss lots of opportunities. Now onto probably the most important thing in digital PR, which we need to be aware of in 2024, and it's relevancy. So I could talk about relevancy and digital PR all day, but for the sake of time, we're going to focus on 3 key areas: keyword relevancy, brand relevancy, and if it's relevant to what's happening right now. So first up, let's look at keyword relevancy. When coming up with ideas for digital PR, a good place to start are the keywords you want to rank for, as you will need campaigns and coverage which are relevant to these keywords. So as I mentioned, we know now patients want to rank for weight loss queries, so we build links and coverage coming from within content about weight loss. Then we have brand relevancy. You need to ask yourself, does this story or campaign make sense for your brand? Does it make sense for you to be commenting on this topic, or does it seem totally random? At Digitaloft, we talk about the campaign sweet spot, which sits between the content you want to create, which is typically very brand focused, and the content journalists want to publish. You then also have to be careful you don't go too niche, because if you do, there won't be enough interest or publications out there to cover your topic. And then your content needs to be relevant to what's happening right now. The end goal of all digital PR work is to earn coverage and links in the press. However, if it's not relevant to the now, you will really struggle to land links and coverage. Some journalists receive thousands of emails a day, so a story needs to stand out in their inbox. It needs to have a clear why now to make the journalist cover it over other stories. As a digital PR, we know that if a journalist saves a story for later, it probably won't see the light of day. And then the most important question you should be asking yourself, would you still want this link if Google didn't exist? Because if not, you're probably doing digital PR very wrong. However, if you would want the link, then you've probably got your relevancy spot on. So you know why you need to be doing digital PR, but how do you put this into practice? The first thing to realize is digital PR isn't a one size fits all. And there are a range of tactics, including data-led campaigns, product PR, reactive PR, thought leadership, and many more. These tactics aren't suitable for every brand, and you need to make sure you choose the right tactics to meet your wider business goals. So I'm going to go through a couple of these in a little bit more detail. And first up is data-driven campaigns. So we love data-driven campaigns at Digitaloft. They are great for building relevant links at scale. We're in control of the stories, and they're also backed up by data. And we know that journalists love data. So this is an example of a data-driven campaign for William Russell, who are an expat insurance provider. So this campaign looks at a number of factors from life expectancy, expat share of population, level of crime, and more to reveal the best countries for expats to live. This campaign is super relevant to the brand, it's relevant to their keywords, and it's also relevant to what's happening right now with many people looking to move abroad. Not only that, but this campaign earned over 100 links from 86 referring domains, and it ranked fourth for the best countries for expats. Then we have another example for ADT, who are a home security firm. So this is an annual report which positions ADT as experts in home security. It secured over 40 pieces of coverage and is really relevant to their target market. We refresh this campaign every year to really double down on our efforts, but also to ensure we're consistently landing coverage for ADT and positioning them as an expert in their target market. Then we have reactive PR. So reactive PR is definitely one of my favorite tactics, and it's really good for building those hyper-relevant links, which we know are so important in 2024. So let's look at this piece for Swift Direct Blinds. They sell blinds, and this is an example of a hyper-relevant link we secured for them on one of their dream publications, Ideal Home. So this piece of coverage has keywords included in the article. It positions them as experts. It also quotes one of their product directors as well, so it's really good for demonstrating author-level EEAT. And it's also really relevant coverage for them as a brand. The article is all about how to fix roller blinds and to get them moving seamlessly again. Another example of reactive PR, this time for Confused.com and their mortgages vertical. So we pushed out expert comment for one of their mortgages experts about what to do if your fixed rate mortgage is ending. This resulted in a hyper-relevant link on one of their dream publications for this vertical, which is Property Secrets. It positions them as experts, and it also demonstrates author-level EEAT. And then the last tactic I'm going to touch on is product PR. So there are many ways you can earn product links, from gifting samples to journalists, pushing out deals around key sales periods, to creating a story around a product. So this is an example of some of the results you can secure through a product PR strategy. And this is for an artificial Christmas tree client, Christmas Tree World. So November and December is their key sales period. During this time, we earned 25 product links over 2 months in high authority and relevant publications. We positioned them as the go-to retailer for artificial Christmas trees. They had coverage in publications such as GQ, House Beautiful, and the Daily Express. And this resulted in an increase in referral traffic, as well as an increase in sales of key products. So to quickly wrap up, digital PR is going to be pivotal in 2024, not just for driving organic growth, but also for building your brand. Links remain a key driver of SEO success, but it's time to stop viewing digital PR as just a link building tactic. And digital PR isn't a one size fits all. It's important you include the right tactics in order to meet your wider goals. So if you want to talk to me after this, you can pop me an email or speak to me on Twitter or LinkedIn. And a little bit of a shameless plug, we're also running the Digital PR Summit in Manchester in April. So if you would like to get some tickets, they're on sale now. We've got lots of amazing speakers lined up. But if anyone has any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them now.
Thanks, Amy. Covered a lot there in that space of time. Some really, really interesting and insightful stuff coming through. You've probably seen lately there's been a little bit of chatter from some of the louder voices, maybe in digital PR socially around hero campaigns. Well, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, there definitely has been talk on maybe kind of the hero campaigns dying out. I think for me, it definitely still has a place in the industry, especially if you can create an evergreen campaign, which you can refresh every year, really solidify your place in the industry. These data-driven hero campaigns are good for building those relevant links at scale. Yes, reactive PR might use less resource and you can get amazing results with that tactic. But if you're a new site, maybe you have a big link gap compared to your competitors, then hero campaigns can really help you kind of fill that gap. And I think just making sure that you're picking the right tactics, depending on maybe your backlink profile and what your wider business goals are.
Fantastic. The journalists still appreciate well thought through, detailed campaigns, or you've done the legwork, for them as well, don't they? And made it useful. Really interested to know how you report on demonstrating some of the EEAT, which is never easy to say, with digital PR. How do you kind of make this easy for clients?
I know, yeah, it is a little bit of a mouthful, isn't it? So yeah, one of the ways we kind of report on demonstrating EEAT, particularly through digital PR, is we will report to our clients how many pieces of coverage, maybe include a quote from one of their key spokespersons. So that's one of the ways we kind of demonstrate that, particularly from digital PR.
And any wider ways you should be reporting on digital PR, given, very clearly you come to about relevancy for 2024, that came through loud and clear. Does that impact or change how you recommend people report?
Yeah, definitely. So I think long gone are the days of just reporting on the number of links, maybe the DR of a link. When reporting on the link or the piece of coverage specifically, you need to be looking at if it's a follow or no follow link, syndicated, non-syndicated. Also need to be looking at the relevancy of the domain as well. Is that a relevant publication for your brand? We also report on the anchor text as well. So, is it a brand name in the anchor text? Is it a keyword or is it generic? Also, if it's a new referring domain as well, if it's closing that link gap between your competitors. Then in terms of wider reporting, what we do is every 3 months, we'll look at wider metrics, such as maybe organic traffic, keyword rankings, branded search, and the wider organic performance. Digital PR will contribute to that, but you need to make sure that you've got kind of your on-page content is strong and also a strong technical SEO as well. Those are the 3 kind of main drivers of organic performance. So really important that you're working together and collaborating with those 3 different channels.
And a sort of final word, what would you say to anybody who's still considering buying links in 2024 and beyond?
I would say definitely not. You should not be buying links. You shouldn't have been buying links for many years. And if you do have that budget there, you should use it and invest it in digital PR, because that is what's going to help you in the long run.